What's up, everybody? How you doing out there this evening? Welcome to a live edition of Real Talk for Real Men. I am your host, Lee Black, and normally I come on an hour earlier, but I fucked up. In the words of Beyonce, I've been drinking. Yes, I am drinking tonight. It is it's All-Star weekend, and when I planned the show, I normally plan it for 7 p.m. my time. But anyway, I had a whole lot of shit going on. So I made it for 8 o'clock, which is my time, Eastern Standard Time. So that might mean that we don't quite get everybody tonight, but we will see. We will see. But I do have my co-host here. I have Tasha. What's going on, McMac?
What's going on, Black? How are you?
Oh, I ain't feeling no pain, baby. I'm drinking, and I'm drinking on an empty stomach at that. I see we got Carol in the house. What's going on, Carol? Carol, the
Oh,
super
girl.
fan. We appreciate you, sweetheart, for being here, and I thank you for even being here, for popping in, even though we're starting an hour later than we normally would. And so I do apologize for anybody that was looking for me at 7, or 6 Central Standard Time. But anyway, I was running some errands, and when I planned this show, I had some other shit going on, and so there's the fam right there, Shafana. How you doing, sweetheart?
Hannah.
So appreciate you popping in. So we might not get the family tonight because of the mix-up. So we will see. And in fact, I told Tasha that if after we go live, in 15 minutes or so, if we see we didn't get the family because of my fuck up, we might just have to, kind of preempt and cancel and let everybody have their Saturday. That's how we do it here. That we can always kind of go back to our business. I can continue to drink and watch the All-Star game for the bullshit that it is. And and then we can all just kind of go back to our weekend. At the end of the day, our Saturday shows, and please don't forget to subscribe to us. It's really about having fun. We go
Mhm.
live on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Again, I'm drinking, so bear with me. We go live Wednesdays and Saturdays. And on Saturdays, we keep it really light. And today we were going to play a little bit of a game and have some fun because Tasha and I always feel like when you've worked all week, that, the last thing you want to do is have something, where you got to think too deep on.
Yeah.
We get paid to do that. So I'm on stage all week. So on Saturdays, we try to keep it really, really light. Oh, and Shafana said that she's on her way. So beautiful.
Nice.
So yeah, so then we are going, once Tasha always said, once we get one extra member of the family, then the show must go on. So we will definitely do that. But as I say, if you're joining us, we're gonna have some fun tonight. So we're
Get
gonna
your
play a
drink.
little game.
Wait a
Yeah,
second.
get your drink. You got time
Got
to
some
grab a
news.
drink because we're debuting a new game called Let's Argue.
Yes.
It'll be a game called Let's Argue. And so, Tasha, give us the rules of the game, and we might have to repeat them, but it's real simple. And this is all designed to have some fun, just so you know. So, anybody watching, if you're popping in, please play along. Brenton says, I'm partner. Brenton, play along. I love it. That's Mr. Brenton Haynes, and I'm on his show on Mondays, TFG Tonight, and that is the baddest motherfucking show on the TFG network of channels. If you don't know, under the TFG banner, TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes is by far the best show, in my humble opinion, on the entire TFG platform. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry if that pisses anybody else off. I am biased, but when I consider the personalities, the topic, the content, TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes has fucking everything, and we're better than the Breakfast Club. They might have the viewers and they got the fame. They can't fuck with us. So to subscribe to TFG Tonight with Brenton Haynes. I said it and I meant it. I said it with my chest. Okay. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I think we're just the best show on social media because we get to so many topics without the fuckery and the foolishness. But anyway, I digress. Tasha, tell us what this game is about called Let's Argue.
This game is in no way. Okay, let me start here. The first rule is that there are no rules, okay? There are no rules to this. I will pose a couple of, I'll pose a question or comparison or whatever it is, and then we will just have a nice spirited debate. The questions that are on these cards they're not factual. None of them are fact-based. Everything is strictly your opinion. So, just like our number one rule here on the show, we will agree to be disagreeable. Well, wait a minute, because I'd have been drinking. You'll agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Wait a minute. I done had enough. Okay.
So, and just so you know, the plan was we were going to be drinking the same thing. Okay, so Tasha's drinking a Crown Royal.
The
blackberry. It's a new Crown Royal blackberry flavor. And I went to my liquor store and them sons of bitches here, these entitled motherfuckers here in Atlanta that bought all the motherfucking Crown blackberries. So try it out. For Tasha say it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal. It really is. Another thing about the game is that if I'm not mistaken, it is black. Oh, it's a black owned business. You can buy the cards and get them off of Amazon. They have like different types of versions of them. So again, I didn't make up these questions. This is, really, really nice packaging. Comes like in a really nice like box, like with a nice stack of cards. So really fun to play like at any other like gathering or whatever. Nothing is like too crazy or too controversial or anything like that. No, this is all supposed to be like in good fun. Most of the questions will pertain to Black culture. It'll be there are some sports scenarios. There are some relationship scenarios, but it focuses a lot on music and TV and things like that.
I love it. Well, look, I want you guys at home, feel free to play along. That's Mr. Falk right there. In case y'all don't know, that is the Barry Gordy himself of TFG. That's the man right there. I'm proud to be associated with this dude. He about to blow up like the World Trade. And that is the man. I love me some Miss Brother Lamar. Oh my God, Jenny from the block is in the motherfucking house from Memphis. What's up, baby girl? Good to see you. Carolyn is saying hey to everybody. What's up? So Tasha, kick us off. Hannah is joining us for sure. So we're gonna have a family member, but let's get this thing started, Tasha. So what is the
I'll start
thing we're gonna argue about?
Well, the first thing, I'm going to start off with something simple, just to kind of like get us like going. But for the first one, do you prefer, however you want to answer this, do you prefer or which is better, seafood or Mexican food?
Seafood or Mexican food?
Not and.
Okay. So. I'm going to go first on this one, Tasha. And I think I know you. Matter of fact, I know yours.
Yeah, you know my answer.
Because I know you. I do know you. So as best I can, I'm gonna try to type the question in if I can get it in quick enough. For what people prefer. Carol says seafood. Lamar says seafood. I say seafood too. Seafood is the one thing that if you had to limit my palate and my taste to one style of food, that's all it is seafood, because I think for me, Tasha, and viewers, it has more variety. So when I think of seafood, anybody who knows me, I fucks with crab legs. If I didn't have gout in my fat fucking fingers and feet, I would eat I would eat seafood every fucking day, but I can't because seafood literally brought on gout. But I love everything about seafood. I could eat seafood, and that could be it. So for me, I know it's seafood. Welcome, Hannah.
Hey,
sweetheart. Now, Tasha, you tell me if I'm gonna read a couple of comments, but I think I know yours for sure. Brent says, I will only say Mexican only because the chips and salsa is free at the restaurant. Damn, damn Brenton. Jennifer says, you and your crabs.
Yeah.
Jenny, Jenny know me from way back. I like crabs of all types, even on nasty filthy no good bitches. No, I'm just kidding. But
Already.
Carol says absolutely lead the variety. And that is it for me. Lamar says all Mexican food is the same ingredients: cheese, beef, tortillas, and that's where we're gonna go to Tasha.
That is so false. Mexican food for me, hands down, wins this argument. That is so false. Mexican food is such a variety. And I think a lot of times people don't understand that there is a difference between Mexican food, real Mexican food, and the Tex-Mex stuff that is sold in a lot of like the chain restaurants. Hands down Mexican food. I can eat that every fucking day, lunch, dinner, breakfast. I could have it every day, all day.
I'm glad you said, what's up, Charles? How you doing? And Tasha, for real, tell us, so what do you say is the difference then between authentic Mexican food, and I'm actually burned out because there's an actual authentic Mexican restaurant that I drive across town, and I've literally eaten their food for the last 3 months to the point where I'm sick of it now. But it's beautiful. But what's the difference between? Explain it to us.
So I will point back to Lamar's comment right there because a lot of the food that is sold here is based heavily around a meat, rice, and then cheese dip. Because I think that for like a lot of American people, that's all that they want is the cheese dip. But if you go to like authentic Mexican places, they do not sell cheese dip. It's not a Mexican. It's not their thing, really. You have to go. You got their sandwiches. They have they call them tortas, and they hollow out the bread. It's fresh baked bread. They'll hollow it out. They'll put in the ingredients for you, whatever protein that you decide to choose, and then the proteins that they use are so different. If you actually if you go to these places, they have such a variety. They'll do goat. They have different types of like fish and everything that they will use in their food, but people get kind of caught up on it because they're just so used to ordering the same things.
Okay. As you can tell, I knew that about Tasha. Charles says Mexican tastes better when it's cooked by Mexican people and not white people. I'm just saying.
Exactly.
So I agree with you, Charles, and that's why I found an authentic Mexican restaurant. Brendan says you have dated a Hispanic woman, Charles, and Charles says Tasha getting excited talking about the process. Tasha loves Mexican
food is crazy. I love Mexican food.
Hannah and Bert, which is it for you, seafood or Mexican food?
Well, I'm pescatarian, so it's seafood. But I feel disrespectful. I feel like Lamar disrespected because my dad is Dominican. You're not gonna be up here saying we're not doing that.
It's outlandish. Just making
ain't no beef and cheese.
No, I get what he's saying, but until I went to an authentic Mexican restaurant, because I thought they were limited. So I'm with you, Lamar, but you live and you learn. I think seafood for me has more variety. What you say, brother Bert?
Now I like Mexican food, street corn, all that, but I'm gonna have to go with seafood. I go with seafood. I like them crabs. I know, but I think I've had that choice between the two. I'm gonna have to go with
Me too. Charles says Mexican food, seafood is something I have to be in the mood for. Wow, interesting.
Seafood it's because it's tedious. To me, it's a tedious process to eat it. You have to, for like the crab legs, I got to go do all the work for the food.
You're right in a sense, but that's what I enjoy when I buy my blue crabs. Everything you just said, I love eating blue crab when I'm watching sports because it is very tedious. And it's just something that it keeps me busy, and you have to kind of work for it. But the other part, Tasha, get ready for the next question is, here's another reason why I've always loved seafood. It smells like pussy.
Absolutely not. We're not doing
it. Seafood. I'm going to meat.
So when if you're skilled at eating crab and being able to crunch off crab and work your tongue through getting the meat, you're a good pussy eater. And I'm phenomenal at eating crab.
No one cooch should ever smell like seafood. Let's
immediately though.
Well, baby, I gotta tell you, most of them smell like seafood.
Well, they have
not. So there's a difference. There's seafood after you've eaten it and put it in the garbage and let it sit overnight. But the seafood, fresh seafood, you know, that I call it that mustard snatch for a reason. So pretty much.
They have BV. That is not regular.
Charles, this is what for men out there. If you want to be better at eating pussy, Charles says seafood requires too much work to eat. Crack this open, but your tongue becomes very talented, very, very talented, and it enhances your palate to taste different qualities of snack.
No, it does not. It does not.
Brent says, but here's the real issue: if you don't cook seafood right, it can kill you. But bad Mexican food just gives you diarrhea.
They ain't never lie.
And Charles said, if it smells like seafood, they need to make a doctor's appointment ASAP.
You ain't never
Charles,
ASAP.
You know,
exactly.
I agree. If it's seafood the next day, but just fresh seafood, smells like pussy.
Smells like fishy.
You know?
That's nasty.
Carol says that she disagrees.
Yeah.
That's so simple. And that's just a simple answer, Miss Carol. That's right. I disagree.
Okay.
Tasha, you see the disrespect?
Hey, Black.
It's just crazy.
Do you mind smelling like the fresh fish? That's what
right.
Can you get past that?
Right.
Fresh fish out the ocean?
Right. You know. But then if you leave a piece of fish sitting on the counter for a few hours, then it takes on a whole different aroma.
It should never have the essence of a fish smell ever.
Well, we both know if you look at the baskets of these bitches these days, you don't see no massengill, no deodorant, no washes, no vinegar rinses or nothing. So, and half these bitches don't even bathe. So, you know, now it don't smell like regular seafood. These bitches, like the BS you said, smells like garbage. I'm just gonna say, give us another. Carol said fresh fish doesn't have a smell, and I know my dad fish. So that's what I'm saying. It's a hint of seafood, and that's what pussy smells like to me. But anyway, Tasha, give us another one.
Okay. Who gossips the most, men or women?
Woo.
Men.
What?
Men.
No. You gossip.
You.
Podcast
proved that y'all gossip the most. Y'all gossip so much you had to get a mic from Amazon.
See?
Nah. Y'all go deep into the tea. We might have a little tea, but y'all got the real tea.
Y'all talk about cooch, sports.
That's no man talk.
Booty walking by. Y'all
that's not gossip. That's what.
Okay. Here we go. And that's what Brenton. That's why I moved in. Brent said, "How in the world did we get here?" This is real talk, baby. So we always
talk in real time. Okay.
we always go down these rabbit holes of Brenton on real talk. And anybody who knows me knows that. Honestly, if it ain't about pussy and drinking, then pretty much it ain't lead nowhere anyway.
No.
You know. Anyway, that's what I say. But to answer this question, let's get into it because we've already got some opinions. So who? All right. But I want to make sure Charles get his comment in there. He says, now I don't have that body part, but Lee, I disagree. Okay. Charles say women gossip more. Y'all have a group chat.
Yes.
Carol says, men, I grew up with 5 brothers, and the ish I heard about women shaking my damn head. Brenton says, men, just talk about facts, ladies. Talk about rumors. Ooh.
That is not true.
Not true.
It's true.
First of all, my group chat, we talk about everything.
You got a group chat?
Mind your business. I got a family one too.
That you even have a group chat tells you a whole lot right there. Welcome, Craig. Craig says women because they talk way more than men. Men only talk about sports, money, and women.
That doesn't mean women. That doesn't mean women gossip more. Our topics are just different. But okay, okay, this is my thing. Men gossip, if not just as much, if not more. Okay, and this is how I know. There have been a number of videos that I have seen where women can be on the phone pretending that they're having a conversation with a girlfriend or somebody, and their boyfriends or significant others come in and they be sitting there trying to get all the information in the background and be just hovering around just as much. So no,
y'all make sure y'all ain't talking to nobody else. That's what we do.
No, They be like, "What happened? Well, what she say? What she do?" No, I disagree. It ain't women.
This is real talk, and you gonna sit here and be live.
Real talk.
Real talk.
You see the decibels that she talking at?
Right.
I can hear it. I can hear it upstairs.
Nah.
I have no choice but to hear.
First of all, let me say something. Let me tell you how I know that y'all got some more. Two things. One, he be in his man cave, and because I don't tell him. It'd be like 3-4 days later. He'll be like, "Oh yeah, cause such and such." And how you know that? And two, he be at work and be like, "I gotta tell you something a little later on." So you gossiping. You gossiping, dog.
Look, time out.
Babe, let me tell you.
Hey, Black and Tosh. I'm telling her facts about something shady that went on that has something to do. That got something to do with.
Hold on, Hannah? Can I interject? Hannah, can I interject? Hold on, Hannah. Can I interject something in defense of your husband? Now, isn't that just what a husband is supposed to do? Come home. Hold on, before you go there, you done took one sip and you ready to light me up.
Wait, I've been sipping. Sorry.
So I'm just saying, as a husband or boyfriend, is it gossiping or is it I'm sharing this with you that something happened at work, so I'm going to tell you about it? Because if he didn't, be honest, Hannah. Let's say he didn't tell you, and then it comes up. What's the first thing comes to mind? You didn't tell me that. Well, why didn't you tell me that? Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
Met my coworkers.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, I met him.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're right and wrong. You're right. If it affects, it's two toes. Some of it is not gossip, but some of it is because it don't affect our household. It's some stuff for other people. But you're right, because there has been a moment when he was like, "Yeah, I told you I do such and such," and I was like, "You have not told me that." And he said he swore he did, and he didn't. So you're right in that sense. You did not. You didn't.
She has a convenient memory.
Now, I have a very good memory.
Okay. Let me go there. I ain't gonna I ain't gonna go there because that's gonna go on a whole nother. But women, y'all do have selective memories.
No, now wait just a damn minute. Hold on now, because we don't have just a selective memory, and I know you ain't finna put that just on women. When men, we can sit up here and be telling y'all something directly, and I think sometimes it's like the pitch of our voices that y'all just like tune out, and it's like, I can tell you this, I can send it to you, be like, I didn't know that. I told you.
I love you.
Thank you, Tasha.
But y'all have the capacity to hear just what you want to hear and nothing else. And let me read a couple of comments. Let me get some people in here, and I'm gonna go back to Brenton. How I define gossip is, Hannah did a good job. It's nothing that has nothing to do with your immediate well-being. This is just information about other people and other things that has nothing to do with you. That's how I define it. Charles said that's all for entertainment, Tasha. Miss Carol, I know you're coming ear hustling. You were referring to about men listening in. Well, hell, we can't help but listen in because, again, if you're going to talk about it to death multiple times to multiple people, then I guess we just have to hear it. Brenton says, if men are asking for information, they're trying to smash. Hold on. I want to get all these comments in because this is a divisive subject. Craig says, most women can't get along with each other half the time. Y'all love gossiping about other women. Craig, I agree with you 1,000%. 1,000%.
And y'all love to sit there and give y'all opinion on the gossip too. So I don't want to hear it either.
Well, I don't disagree with that, Tasha. I don't disagree with that. Charles say, plus Tasha, that's y'all fault because you all tell us your friend's business. Y'all like the baby. Remember, I told you about her and her boyfriend. Charles, you absolutely right.
And you
whether we want to hear that or not.
Ignore that.
No, how we gonna know whether we want to hear it or not? You gonna tell it.
You can say this. I ain't got nothing to do with that. Some men will do that. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm gonna ask you a question, Tasha, and I want you to be honest. I gotta think about it. I'm talking to you, but ladies out there watching this. So Tasha, you telling your man something, he says, "Look, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Don't hear that." You're not gonna feel some kind of way?
No, for what? If it ain't got nothing to do, number one, hold on. Number one, for me, I'm not gonna sit up there and just be bringing somebody's business to them anyway. Especially depending on what it is. If it's just something that just happened to somebody, or if it's something like serious where it's like life altering for somebody, I'm not gonna sit up there and just tell somebody.
I ain't talking about life altering, but I'm talking. This is my opinion in general. If you're trying to tell your man something and he says, "Look, I don't want to hear that," you're going to feel some kind of a way. Well, I'll be trying to tell you something. Women going to get an attitude. Y'all are going to get an attitude.
If it don't involve me, no. Why would I feel some type of way if it don't involve me?
I hear you. I'm just saying. Carol says women have a memory like an elephant. We don't get for nothing, damn it. I agree with you. I agree with you on that. I go to Tasha frequently because her memory, she don't forget shit unless she do forget some shit when it's convenient.
That's a lie. That is a lie. Give me an example right now.
No, I'm not gonna go there.
Give me an example right now.
No, I'm not gonna go there. Women have selective memory. Tasha, me and you have gotten into arguments, and then days will go by, and then you'll forget the shit you say, but I hurt your feelings.
Yeah, you hurt my feelings. No. Let me be very clear. I don't forget the shit that I know what the fuck I be saying because I say it.
You're brutal.
I know I am.
You're fucking brutal.
I know I am, but I don't be forgetting the shit but you still, that don't mean that you didn't hurt my feelings.
Okay, that's why I say I'm gonna leave that alone. Charles says y'all tell us so much, hell hard to retain everything.
See,
I agree. Carol says I can whisper and he ear hustles. Woo, so that's a different thing because for me, I'm trying to tune it out when I've been in relationships and I do want to be in another room. And Carolyn is agreeing with what you saw. Tasha, you are just on fire today with Miss Carolyn agreeing with all the shit that you're talking about. But okay. Brent says, are we implementing the gay and that's a good point. You know what? I'm glad you brought that up, Brenton, because when Tasha says equally, I think these new guys, and I'm not calling all of them gay, but I think these new breed of men do gossip just as much as women.
Yep.
When guys from my generation, I would say women gossip more. Now I'll listen because I have to. And again, and even then, you remember old like wah 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 wah. Tasha, I tell you this just about every night. Shout out to my sister Sherry. This is her birthday today. Happy birthday! I love my sister Sherry to death, but that motherfucker can gossip to no end, and she gonna tell you a story like nobody's business. And I just be thinking to myself, just, oh my God, get to what this is about. What's the important part? But I have to hear it because she's going to tell it. Sherry is our family's griot. I love her to death, but Sherry's head is filled with every gossip of the whole fucking family, the cousins, the niece, this, that, and everything. I love you, sis. But oh my God. Oh my God. Anyway, I'm just saying. Charles says, ignore it. LOL. Y'all be like, you're not listening to me. LOL. Y'all be in y'all feelings. Thank you, Charles. You'll be in your feelings all day if that man turn you away. Craig says it's not that men forget what women tell us. It's just that when women tell us so much, we don't have enough brain cells to remember everything y'all tell us.
Excuses are like assholes. Okay, come on now.
Fucking lootly.
Example. Black. Now, me and you were talking, right? This is what we'll say. Boom, 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 boom. That's it.
Yes.
And then we'll go on.
Yes.
But that's it. But
yes.
y'all go into detail. I'm not saying
yes.
you're wrong, but y'all go into a lot of detail.
Tasha, he lying?
Our attention span.
Like no, we give detail. You know why? Because we give the whole story and nothing but the story.
Hold on,
y'all be forgetting shit.
But Tasha, shit that Y'all give
it
details.
does matter because we be painting a picture. Y'all be giving a snapshot and it don't even be a real, it be blurry. Okay. It don't even be right.
My God. Bert is so fucking right. Welcome, Miss Toria. When I'm telling you something, I can call and tell right now, and I can say, look, oh yeah, so I'm just calling to tell you that oh man, I took off today. I called in, I was sick. I didn't feel too well, so I let my boss know and shit. I just kind of chilled the rest of the day. Let me tell you that story from a woman. Well, see, when I first got up and my stomach was kind of hurting because last night, what had happened was this, that, and the other. And then, he was going to fix me breakfast, but I told him, why are you turning on all these lights and this, that, and blah, blah. So to Craig's point, by the time get to the fucking point, because I don't need to know who had on what kind of clothes and what this was served and what the temperature was and this, that, and the other. Oh,
it's important. It's important to the conversation. We paint a picture. It's a picture.
I'm sorry. Okay, maybe I'm not a woman then, because
Carol, you know who does that? Every woman that I know.
Lee, I'm gonna say one thing. Maybe I am a woman. I don't like all them details. I'm a get to the point person. I get annoyed when you tell me too much. So I
guarantee you, little sis, you go all around the block too.
Hey, Black. One thing I will say, she is a gatekeeper for her friends. She don't gossip about her friends, but some women do go all the way around the block, though.
Get to the point. I don't like you.
And while Bert's leaving, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna keep that comment to myself. You're a smart woman. You're a smart woman that you don't gatekeep your friends. Because
I can't tell you that because I feel like if my friends tell me and I tell it, even though we're married, then you never gonna trust me. And I've been friends with my friends for over 20 years.
I respect that. I respect that. Bravo to you. Tasha, be thinking up the next question for us. Charles says, we don't need the whole story. We give women the YouTube short version. Women give you the soap opera version. Absolutely. Carol says, correct. The ones you know. Carol, you're right. I'm only going on the women's that I know. But as a 56-year-old man growing up in a house with 5 sisters, y'all some gossiping motherfuckers to tell you the truth. But I love you to death. Craig says, but that's our point, Tasha. The details are important to women. Men just want to get the facts. Bravo, Craig.
You can get the facts. You are going to get the facts. But if it's important to how a decision was reached, you may need to know it. Because I hate to be telling somebody something and I'm telling them and then they jump in and they start asking questions. Well, why don't you fucking wait for me to finish and you might get the damn answer to the question.
Men, we're not going to win.
They want to circle back. So
right. I'm not circling back. I'm going to say it one time all the way through.
Do you know I've been on the phone talking to women sometime and I've been able to get up, go in the kitchen, fix myself a drink, stand in the refrigerator, look around and shit, get me a snack and come back and get on the phone and she still be telling that story.
And you miss that.
And you know what I say when I get back on the phone? Oh, really? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. And I'm right back in it because like Chris Rock said a long time ago, we just got to give y'all just enough to keep that train moving down the track. She said what? And no, she didn't. Like Carol says, Lee, my 5 brothers gossip so much about the holes in the neighborhood that I knew who they were just from a description. LOL.
Thank you.
Carol, that's different because when you got a sister, you telling her all the details because a sister supposed to hook brothers.
No, that's not different.
It's different telling your sister. Tasha's my best friend. It's different me gossiping about nasty, filthy, no good bitches because I need her input to help me.
Exactly. I do the same thing with my sister.
No, y'all talk to other men about that, not us.
I don't.
My brother used to talk to his homies left and right about these women.
I wish my boys was on here right now. A guy story goes like you vouch for me, Bert.
Yep.
I go out if I went out tonight, I'm invited to a party tonight. I'm not going, but if I went to the party tonight and my boy called me, Jay called me and he said, partner, you went to that party? You know he's only gonna want to know thing. Did you hit? He don't give a fuck about who was there, how many people, what the traffic was like me getting there. Let me tell you how the story go. Partner, I went to that party last night. It had some fat pussied hoes in there. Drug this bitch home, beat the brakes off that hoe. Now I'm itching. Now I'm itching. And I'm wondering how. Get to the motherfucking facts. All the other stuff, he don't give a fuck about that.
It don't matter. It's still gossip.
It's still gossip.
It's still gossip.
Don't
Let me say that it does not. It's still gossip. It's still gossip. Let me say this: if you telling me right now, you can go into any barber shop right now, and they in there talking about facts and not gossiping.
I agree. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But the question is, who gossip more? I'm not saying that men don't gossip, but women gossip more. Women gossip more.
Whatever. We talk about sports and we talk about women, and that's about it. And talk about that's about it.
It's gossip. Tasha, I'm agreeing with you. It's got, but women gossip more.
No, don't put us in there. No, we don't gossip more.
Tasha, get us another one ready while I share the final.
I got another one ready already.
Carol says they were talking to me. They were talking amongst themselves. So Miss Carol, then you was ear hustling. You was ear hustling. Britton says Donald Trump already told y'all what men talk about concerning women. Craig says, Tasha, if the stove stops working, just tell me it's broken. I don't care why.
and that's how the stove stays broken, because you didn't even need nothing, and now you out there trying to fix something that you don't even know what's broken on the stove.
Craig, you are killing. Craig, you killing today. Craig, you are killing today. Yeah. And then Carol says she couldn't help ear hustle because they was loud as hell.
Is that what I said at the beginning? You're so loud, I can hear it.
Well, she's talking about her brothers in this instance. She's talking about her brothers. Last comment on this subject. Tori says, it's a known fact when they did some new surveys in this era, men gossip more than women in 2023. Toria, I don't agree with you. I mean, I agree with you because I agree in this era. I'm glad you made a distinction because I do agree. These new age men, they do gossip probably more than women. I am speaking from my generation, but you're right. You can go on TikTok and YouTube, and this new era, they got more bitch in them than I would like. So,
hey Black. I know you're gonna get to the next question, but you're right, because the guys on my job, the young boys, they'll come up to me and be like, "Yo, did you?" I'm like, "Man, bro, look."
right.
All that, man.
Grown ass men, we don't want to hear that. I get it, Miss Toria. I get it. Yeah. Okay, Tasha, what's the next one for us?
I think this is appropriate question coming from this last question. Which zodiac sign lies the most? Capricorns.
No, No, what? I know you fucking didn't.
Which zodiac sign
I know you fucking
lie the most? I will give you a Capricorns, Sagittarius, and fucking Gemini. Y'all lie.
Hold the fuck up.
Oh wow,
please tell me where you been. I'm a motherfucking Capricorn. Brent's a motherfucking Capricorn. Please tell me where you coming from.
Y'all be lying. Capricorn men, y'all lie. Y'all sit up there and lie. You will tell somebody what they want to hear and just go and just say whatever needs to be said, and then whatever's gonna benefit you. Y'all lie.
Oh my fucking!
And then for the Sagittarius men, they lied just as much as They tied.
Where my Captain Sag men at? Where y'all at?
My daughter's.
Toria says, "Hey now, I'm a Sagittarius." Brent said, "Lee, give her. We are Capricorn. I'm coming, Britain. I'm coming." Craig says, "Libras never lie." Okay, I'm lying.
No, that's a lie. My son a Libra. He lied his butt off.
Okay. Tasha said what she feel. What you say, Hannah?
Aquarius men lie. They lie. If the sky is blue and they look at it as blue, they're gonna say it's red. It's no way. I'm gonna give you that. Scorpio men lie too.
You a motherfucker. As true as they come.
All right, now we ain't gonna sit here and lie.
As true as they come.
You as true as they come.
I hold what I need to hold, but I'm true as they come. And you gotta check my
That's my dog. That's my dog right there. That's my dog right there. And that's where, Tasha, I got to defend Capricorns.
So you finna lie? You finna
No,
lie in real time?
no,
you finna lie in
no,
real time?
no,
Watching y'all, watching.
No. What I'm going to say is, I lie when it's appropriate. I really do. But no, seriously, I'm being so serious here. But I'm only speaking for Capricorn, speaking for myself, and you know, and the Capricorns that I know. If anything, I'm being serious as a heart attack here. You know what I prided myself on is telling, honestly, you know, people the truth in a way that, if anything, I can be harsh. I actually can be harsh because I've had to learn to tell a lie to spare people's feelings, because my natural impulse is honestly to give it to you straight. But over the years, as I've aged, I've had to learn to sprinkle it and maybe even have to lie. But when you say Capricorn men experience a lie to get people's roles, you know what? And you know this from my history. You know, when I was out there doing my worst shit, I was at my best by telling the truth. I was actually at my best when I told the truth. We're not dating. You're not special. We're just fucking. And in fact, hurry up because I got somebody else coming after you. And I never told somebody I love them to get sick. I've never asked a woman ever, you gonna suck my dick. I pull my dick out and I figure she know what's up. I plops it in her head. My thing is, I live inside of my own truth enough that, and again, they knew if you come here, if you cross this threshold, you're going to have to suck and fuck. I don't want to hear that shit about you on your cycle and this, that, or the other. If you're on your cycle, then you know you're sucking dick.
Wow.
That's a given.
I'm shocked you're not on the episode of Snack Blade.
So I pride myself on being brutally honest, you know. Now, if you're asking about lying when I go to work, I'm on stage and I have to play that game, this, that, and the other. But in my personal life, but I'm not qualified to answer this question for real because I don't know enough about the zodiac signs to know, but I'm just only taking up for us fellow Capricorns. Brenton, Brother Kendrick, more power to us, Capricorn.
They all some liars. All they all lie.
We know
Brent says, and the reality is, who don't lie? We all lie.
I could tell you,
and I don't.
We all have to do that, Lee. I have so that at my job, that's why I say for me, yeah, I have to tell those lies. Craig says, I'd rather hurt somebody telling them the truth than to hurt somebody telling them a lie. Craig, and that's always been
Craig. Oh, that's
I've always been that way, Craig, that, you know what, let me just let you, I don't like misunderstanding. That's why I've had very, you know what, I've never had anybody cut my tires, key my car, you know. I've had a couple of minor incidents here and there, but even then, you always knew where you stood with me. It's never been a big policy of me to lie, you know. So anyway, so interesting question. Interesting question. Tasha, what's the next one?
Just sitting up there just lying. Just with a straight face.
Now, to Tasha's point, have I lied to get? Oh God, yeah. Oh God, yeah. You know. Now, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that I haven't lied to get.
Yeah, but you don't
now, if it
like
once you show me it's transactional, and once because again in friendships, you know, I tell the truth. If you're my friend, you know, I'm gonna tell you even the unpopular truth that, hey, I think this is wrong. So Tasha, I knew you would agree with that, I believe. As a friend, I'm gonna tell you the truth. Yeah. Well, we're talking about just lies in terms of relationship stuff. But yeah, you know what? Oh God, yeah. I've told a bitch that I was a district manager for Walmart and, you know, all kinds of shit, wrong names and all. Oh God, yeah, you know. Right now I got mother. No, I ain't gonna go there because I might hurt myself when I say that. You know, I ain't gonna say that now. Yeah, I was about to go somewhere else.
Next question.
Brent said next topic because Tasha racked up a whole lot of kids.
Lying.
Tasha, give us another one.
Okay, this one will be, I think, kind of, kind of easier and a little bit, lighthearted. Where does the bread go? Does it go on top of the fridge or does it go in the pantry?
Wait, what'd you say?
Where does the bread go? Does it go on top of the fridge or in the pantry?
In the bread box.
See, right now you just told just how bougie you are.
I'm not bougie because I have a bread box.
Hannah, baby. Most of us don't have a bread box.
See, you're supposed to say just one of the answers. Don't tell them about your bread box, okay? Because not everybody knows what a bread box is.
She immediately said, in the bread box.
Because it lasts longer. If you put it on top of the fridge, it'll harden more. If you put it in the pantry, it's going to be really dark. So it can mold faster.
I always put mine on top of the refrigerator.
You do not. It goes in a bread box. Don't lie to these people.
Tasha and Black, this is pre-Hannah. Before
the
bread box. Thank you.
You make it, Bert. You make it.
So I'll put the bread. So if the answer to the question for me on top of the refrigerator. You know they got the full price before Hannah on top of the refrigerator. Yes.
Bert is killing me.
I'm hood as shit.
Your bread was on. I've never saw your bread on top of the refrigerator.
Because you always had a bread box.
Mine goes in the pantry. Put it in the pantry.
Tasha, I don't see how that makes sense.
Put it in the pantry. It don't need to be sitting out. Just put it in the pantry. If you got a bread box, put the bread box in the pantry and put the bread in there. But put the bread up.
I'm with Bert. Thing because I'm with Bert on top of the refrigerator. Craig says I put my bread in the refrigerator. It lasts long. I've never put bread inside the refrigerator, Craig.
No, we've graduated. We graduated. We ain't got to put bread in the refrigerator no more. And if you still do, then you need to get an exterminator, okay?
Carol says I stopped using the bread box. It spoiled too quick. And then Toria, you fancy too the bread box. Yeah. I don't even know what the fuck a bread box is. Some of them are really nice.
Yeah. Some of them a wooden one. Depends on which bread box you use.
Yeah.
Here's somebody. So it's this question for me. Who in a right fucking mind created a box to put bread in?
Well, I mean, it's just like it's just like a butter dish, you know, like the butter dish that you can leave out on your counter.
It's bread, and when you go to the grocery store, it's sitting out on the shelf. So why do you need to put it in a box?
Because once you bring it home, it's not the same temperatures that they have climate control inside the market. So you have to climate control it and contain it inside your own home.
Look how your husband looking at you.
You can look however you want. Don't you eat bread? It's always fresh.
Right. From now on, bread goes on top of the refrigerator since he's too good for the bread.
Sometimes I put the bread on top of the bread box.
That's killing me.
He do it on purpose so I could come down and put it back in.
See,
sitting on top.
Y'all are killing me. Y'all are killing me.
You do it. I knew you was doing it on purpose.
Brent say, y'all see on this topic alone, the woman would do more talking on this one than the men.
Brent, you can log on.
That ain't got nothing to do with gossip. We answering the question. Block Brent. Matter of fact, we don't even need him for this part. Block him. We don't even need him for this part.
Y'all got me in here sweating. Y'all are killing me. Oh my God. Tasha, what's another one? Hold on. I got one more comment on this one. Craig says Tasha acting a little bougie too. Craig, in case you don't know, that's her white side.
That's not bougie.
Putting bread in the pantry.
That's not bougie. That's what the pantry is for. It's for your food.
Pantry's for canned goods, baby.
No, pantry is for anything that you don't want sitting out on the counter. Okay.
In my pantry right now, I got canned goods. I got crackers and shit like. But bread should be sitting out, and you can get to it really quick.
You're not using it. Why need
you
to
put
sit
cereal and bread on top of the refrigerator?
Absolutely not. It goes in the pantry.
No,
cereal goes in a pantry.
Craig, I agree with you. That's just bougie as hell.
That's not bougie. Why do you have it sitting? That's the point of a pantry.
Because you want to reach and get to it quick. Fuck that.
Walk your ass in there into the pantry and get it, okay? It's opening the door.
Brent said gossip.
This is not gossiping. Black Brent, I'm sick of him. Sick of him. Understand? Immediately sick of him.
Brent,
Just sick.
Oh, shit.
No, you for real though. You put your cereal on top of the refrigerator?
Hell yes.
Yeah.
No. Put it in pantry.
If you go to most men's house, the cereal's sitting on top of the refrigerator.
Sure enough, is.
It's not.
Sure enough,
It's in the pantry.
No.
On top of the refrigerator.
No, sweetie.
It's BH before Hannah.
If I want to give me a bowl of cereal, I gotta go and open up a door and be. No, it's right there on top of the fucking refrigerator.
Well, you gotta go to. You have to go and get.
No, because I want to be able to see all the cereal. No.
You can do that in the pantry on the shelf.
Refrigerator
No.
door for the milk. The door for to get the bowl. I just want to grab the cereal.
Thank you.
Heaven,
Thank you.
Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. Heaven forbid. You got to open up one more cabinet door. Heaven forbid.
Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. Cereal's on top of the refrigerator.
That's nasty.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Brent said, "Here we go, ladies. I have a bread box also."
No, you can't redeem yourself.
You're killing me. Brent, you're killing me, man. Oh my God. Okay, Tasha, what's the next one?
Okay, here's another one. Does the toilet tissue go over or under on the roll?
Under.
Ooh.
Over for me.
Hannah, you're about to get blocked, okay? It always goes over. Always
I don't
over.
like it over.
Always over. It always goes
I
over.
okay, I'm weird. Don't judge me. My downstairs is over and cornered. The bathroom is under. And then it depends. The wipes is in a box, and then the other one is over. But the kids' bathroom is different. It's under because the way they pull it.
And then the tissue. So in the whole house, everybody has different. It is going a different way.
Yeah, under. That's how they do it.
Okay, Carol says over. Craig says over.
Yeah.
Brenton says it's irrelevant. Brent says the better question is 1 ply or 2 ply.
That wasn't a question. That ain't on the card.
It's easier to unroll when it's over. Toria says over. So I missed your answer. I missed your answer. So because I was typing in a question. What do you guys say?
Over for me.
My house is both.
Both? Okay. Bert, does it matter to you?
Yes, it does. Over.
Yeah, he's
over.
He started over, but theirs is under.
Okay. My answer is this. This is where I've become a little bit bougie since I live in Brooklyn.
Oh.
So I have a toilet. What do you call it, Tasha, where you have the thing where the toilet tissue is sitting in?
The holder, yeah.
I have a toilet tissue holder,
yeah,
which is a first for me.
That's
when I moved in this apartment, I wanted to design it. Literally, my design was I wanted a woman to come in and say, he has a nice place. Fuck what men say. So I have a toilet tissue holder, and so I have the tissue in there and then the thing on the roll. Now, I actually sitting next to me because Tasha know how important the shitter is to me. I pick my apartments based on the shitter. I spend a lot of times on the shitter. That's my best thinking on the shit. I listen to music. I catch up on social media. The shitter is very important to me. So I have toilet tissue on the whole roll thing. I have it on the over, but that's not the one I use. I keep a separate roll of toilet tissue just on the side. I have it sitting on the edge of the tub, and then so it's right there because I tear off only 7 sheets to wipe my ass at a time. I count my sheets.
You count it?
I count my sheets. I tear off 7 sheets. I figured out over years it takes 7 sheets to get a good wipe, and you have to wipe multiple times, of course. But then once I finish with the roll, I put it behind me, sitting on the shelf. That is the tissue that I use. The other tissue is just for decorations, but my tissue is sitting there because it's very important to have my tissue in hand's reach so I can count off the number of squares.
You need a bidet.
You need to be blocked your damn self. Okay?
I've never
because
tissue
I
in
don't
my
count them
life.
tissues.
no. The
I
toilet,
count my
toilet
squares.
paper roll cannot be freely roaming in the bathroom. It has a home,
Thank you, Tasha. It does
and
have
it's on the roll.
No, mine is free. So and so that's why when I have company, like when I have women over, it's amazing how much fucking toilet tissue y'all use. And I wish I could tear off the appropriate amount of squares for you because it shouldn't take that much toilet tissue. Oh my God.
Excuse
You
us. We have
you tell me that when you get a pussy, when you sprawn a pussy, when you tell me how much it takes to wipe your pussy, okay?
You should be happy they white.
You know what? You got me on that one, so I can't answer that one.
Get
You
some
got me on that
feminine
one.
wipes since you counting tissue. Get feminine wipes and put them in the bathroom.
You got me on on that one. Because Bryn says the better question is, do y'all use wet wipes after the toilet paper?
Yes, I do.
I don't. Craig says I definitely use wet wipes at Brent. It's mandatory. I really do. Looking at what's getting a bidet. Too much information. Miss Carol, you know, by now you should know that I'm going to give it to you raw. Lee, I'm sending you a 36 roll.
Thank you.
So you can stop.
No, toilet paper.
I do count because because when you fold it, it has to be just the right amount. Otherwise, you're wasting it. And there's a science and a method to wiping your ass. Anyway, that's what I say.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What is your brand of tissue?
Angel Soft, hands down.
Tasha got me on that Angel Soft.
Angel Soft.
I love Angel Soft.
That was the Angel Soft.
It's Scott.
Oh my God, it's real soft and it doesn't chafe your ass. Oh my God. Craig says, Lee, does the number of sheets change based on the looseness of the stool? No, it's always, no. Yes, hyperallergenic ones that are flushable. So Tasha taught me something that I've been doing for years now. So to answer your question, Craig, no, it doesn't matter because Tasha taught me a little thing that I guess women do that I wasn't privy to. So this is the beautiful part of having a woman friend. Tasha taught me about down one, drown one. When I used to shit, I used to shit and get all of my shitting out.
No.
I said so I shit and I'll be on the toilet for like 30 minutes, you know, like and so but Tasha taught me, so now I do it even though I live alone. You down one, you drown one, so the smell doesn't linger as long. And so Craig, the number of sheets doesn't change.
You mean courtesy flush? That's what we do when we out.
No, you do that at home too.
You do it at home too. Why?
I turn that little fan on and
Miss Carolyn said, no, Miss Carolyn, I promise you, in my closet, I have more tissue. I'm a person that don't like to run out of anything. Tasha can vouch for this. I probably have 6 things of toothpaste. I've got extra toothbrushes. I got 3 or 4 mouthwashes. I love shitting so much. And shitting is so important to me that I'm never going to run out of toilet tissue. But I do.
You always gotta go TMI.
I was gonna say this has gotten so far away.
No, I'm just saying, Scott. So, do you mess with the septic system? Right. See, Angel Soft is real soft.
I can't do no Angel Soft for my booty.
What toilet paper do you use?
Scott is too hard.
I'm weird.
Scott is too hard. Scott is abrasive.
So I do Scott 2 reasons. I don't like my tissue inside my holder open, and Scott's I get the ones from Costco's that's already wrapped. So when that holder they're wrapped already, and only one is out. And I just always like growing up, my mom used to get Scott. So
I grew up on Scott too, but it's not soft to me. It's not soft.
I don't need it. That's what the wipes is for.
Angel Soft is where it's at always.
It's soft on the booty.
Yeah,
it really is. It really, if you tried it, it'll change your life. Tasha got me on that. Carol said I do too. I'm a hoarder. Tasha's always called me a hoarder.
I'm a laundry detergent hoarder.
You know, I feel like I just had a colostomy with this.
What?
Not a colonoscopy. Brent, you gotta go with it. You and me both go together. Tasha, can we have a non-butt top?
Britain.
Right.
What?
We will.
These are things that I've never talked about. Okay, what you got for us, Tasha?
Okay, so here's another one. This will be we'll do TV, okay? Maybe something safe to do. Okay, in this case, which was a better show?
Ooh.
Martin or Fresh Prince?
Oh, come on.
Oh,
Wow.
And you have to choose.
Oh, we have to.
You have to choose one or the other, not both.
Oh.
Wow.
Mm.
I'm going.
Oh.
Let me think.
That's why I'm not rushing my answer.
But I
I'm gonna tell you why. So let me tell you why I'm not rushing my answer. Martin, the first couple of seasons to me is absolutely iconic. They're brilliant.
It is.
Yes.
I know where you're going.
Yes.
Yep.
But there came a point where when the real life relationship between him and Tisha Campbell changed, the show dynamic changed, and it was not the same.
Nope.
Yep.
And you can, if you watch those episodes, it's kind of like Sanford and Son after those first two seasons, where it wasn't the same. But Fresh Prince
was consistent.
It literally let him grow up from when he first moved in to when it went to so I want to read some comments before we answer, because that's not as easy as people would think. We quickly want to say Martin because of how great it was, but I don't know. Brenton says Martin. Craig says Martin, not even close.
Yeah, I know.
Brenton says never a thought. Carol says, I'm from Philly, so I'm going with Will. Yes, you watched the growth. I ain't going first on this one. I ain't going on first on this one. Who want to go on this one? Because I got to give it some more. I got to really think. Who you got?
I'm going to say Will Smith. I'm sorry. I'm going to say Fresh Prince. And Martin, when I say Martin is one of my favorite shows, it is one of my favorite shows. But I'm going to say Will Smith because you can just see the growth, not just on the screen, but how they were developing. Like Ashley grew up singing, like Will Smith acting career grew up. Like you literally saw a dynamic family. You saw Martin is hilarious, is iconic. No one can top it. But Fresh Prince, even that episode with Will with his dad, if I see that right now, I would get emotional to this day.
Every time I watch it.
And it's just like you feel like you was a part of that family because you can relate to even how especially if you grew up, if some people didn't grow up with their own dad, they went to somebody else for a dad. So I feel like, to me, even though it was so hard, it's going to be Fresh Prince because I can see everyone's growth.
I get it. Brenton says, man, Martin had way more hilarious episodes.
1,000.
Craig says, I base my answer on the humor of each show. Martin was way more funnier.
Yes.
Toria says the only change on Fresh Prince was Aunt Viv.
Yes.
And Carol says, I can relate more to Fresh Prince more. Brent says, for the sake of the conversation, Will had a better storyline, but Martin had comedic geniuses. All valid points.
Because I love him.
Who's next?
I'll go. For me, it's Martin, because he had more iconic episodes, and I can refer back to all the characters that he played. Like, we still at night, we'll watch the one with David Allen Greer when in church, and that one was comical. And then he came in as the mom flipping down the aisle, or Jerome. It's just so much that Martin did on that show, and it's not to downplay because they're both iconic shows. But I agree more than Martin.
I agree. What's interesting is the split in your household. That's interesting. Tasha, who you got on this one?
Martin. And this is based because for me, it's primarily because I think about it in terms of what am I going to be more likely to go back and rewatch.
There you go.
You're right.
For me, I would more likely go back and rewatch Martin before I would The Fresh Prince.
True.
I agree. I agree. Tasha, I agree, and I agree with Craig. And it's not easy because some of the points that were made, Will Smith, his development went further from where he started as a rapper and what he turned into. We watched it. We watched him actually become an actor. You know, like you, Hannah, that episode where about the father. To this day, and again, the consistency of the storyline, the show. But if you put a gun to my head, everything Tasha and Bert y'all saying, and Craig, even though towards the end the shows wasn't as great, Martin, in the spirit of Eddie Murphy, the amount of characters he played and made iconic, like you said, Bert and Tasha, you're right. If I'm gonna go to my TV right now and I'm gonna pull up one of the two, I'm not even gonna think about it. I'm gonna watch Martin. Damn.
I know, because I really like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I really do, and I don't think sometimes it gets enough credit for what it did. But damn, Martin's show was just that iconic.
It's amazing.
You know what I'm saying? I want to read a couple of comments before we go to another. We're only going to take a couple of more. Then I'm gonna give you guys back your Saturday. So Craig says, here's the test of which show was better. How many memorable lines or quotes can you remember from either show? It's Martin.
Wow, it's Martin.
Okay.
It's Martin. It's Martin.
It's Martin.
It's Martin. Brenton says, funny tidbit, if you go back and watch Fresh Prince after they did the movie, Bad Boys Will started acting like Martin. True. And that's why I said we watched him develop into an actor. Tori says, but Fresh Prince dealt with things going on in the country at the time. I watched the new Fresh Prince they have now. The new Fresh Prince is phenomenal. And Tasha and I even said they should turn Martin and they should turn others because it was done so well. I would love to see it. And me and Tasha, we had fun pitching that. But you're right, Tori, in that sense, this is where is that Martin didn't run away with it. The Fresh Prince dealt with topics that they dealt with racism and sexism and all kinds of other stuff, cultural things. So you can't overlook that. Tori says, I like Martin more now than back when it was on. Okay. And finally, Carol says, in Philly, Will's move to Beverly Hills was a ghetto child's dream, shooting hopes and being at the plateau, washing cars and hanging out. Absolutely.
That's the plateau.
Two iconic shows.
The plateau was my spot.
Absolutely. Great question. Great question.
He's from Philly.
I know. I'm gonna say
we from Philly too, Miss Carol. We know the plateau.
Well, we have another one, and it's also about TV shows, but this is gonna be like for as far as female based TV shows.
Okay.
So the next question is, which was a better show, Living Single or Girlfriends?
Living Single.
No, wait a minute.
Living Single.
Wait a minute.
I think, Tasha, I know your answer. I think, but I could be wrong.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. Living Single. Do I not watch it every day still? That is my show. Okay. I took a criminal justice degree just to be Maxine Straw. Literally, Girlfriends was good, but nobody in the real world was having breakfast every day with their friends in the morning before work. It wasn't as relatable to me. It wasn't realistic to me. It was good, but to me, it was definitely always had on Living Single.
Okay, Tori agrees. She says Living Single. Craig says Girlfriends, and I'd like to know your reasons why. Tori and Craig. Carol says Living Single. I didn't care for Girlfriend. Carol, why? I want to know why. Brent says, then you jacked it up again with the woman's topic, Tasha.
Okay, Brent. Now your opinions from here on out do not matter. Okay, you don't even get to participate anymore. Everybody but Britton. Okay, which was a better show?
Hannah's got Living Single. Bert, who you got?
I'm gonna go with Living Single. I used to watch Girlfriends because I had a thing for Tracy Ellis Ross for a minute.
A butt or her?
Okay.
A butt or her?
A butt?
There you go. She got an ass. Oh, good Lord, she got an ass.
Thing like that.
Okay, Any other reasons why? Or was it just that you had a thing for Tracy Ellis Ross?
No, I thought Girlfriends was a good show, but I don't think that it topped Living Single. Living Single just has so many elements to it. Sometimes it can get a little serious and you can relate, and then the comedic, like the one where when the burglar broke in. I don't know why that's like my favorite episode. Because she had that can and that dog was like, when she was, I lost it. I still lose it every time I watch it. But Girlfriends, I can watch here and there, but if I really want to, like, there's so many episode that I love from Living Single. I can't really remember everything from Girlfriends. I remember certain episodes, but not all of them.
Okay. Tasha, I want you to go last on this one.
Okay.
Carol says, not as realistically, I could relate to Living Single, more diverse group of ladies. Craig says, I just watch it to see Tracy Ellis Ross and that bootay.
That's so good.
Brent says we need a mulligan and more topic.
And I'm the topic puller. Thank you very much.
Notorious says, I know more men that like Girlfriends than women. Living Single was real women with jobs going through life and dating, money struggles. I still watch it. And Brenton says, here's a question if y'all need one. Give us a question. We might entertain it tonight, Brenton. So Tasha, I want you to go last on this one. And this was hard. This was hard because listening to all of the logic and all of the points, you know, and Ms. Carol says she actually agreed, Toria. You know what? I got to give it to Girlfriends here for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you why. While I respect Living Single portraying working women, successful Black working women, and the way they did it, it was comedic. I personally liked the realistic, more storylines, the relationship aspects of Girlfriends that I related to more, and just the messy shit that they got into, and it was more realistic for me. And for me, the characters were more fleshed out better. Every single character on Girlfriends had a separate, differently distinct storyline that was more rooted and based in something that was more serious to me. And it entertained all of the dynamics that women go through in friendships. And I thought it portrayed it very realistically. Whereas in Living Single, it was always on a comedic slant. It was all Maxine, although she was a lawyer, all the little quirks that she had. Sinclair, you know, her flightiness, Regine with her wigs and stuff. On Girlfriends, these to me were real women in real situations, married and single, sleeping around, sleeping with each other's men, you know, breaking up friendships, going in different. It tackled topics that I think were more serious, and I don't think it gets the credit that for me. So I'm gonna choose Girlfriends. Tasha, I gotta hear your view on this.
Mine is Friends, hands down, more so than Living Single. And a lot of it is because of what you just said. To me, Girlfriends it portrays the friendships of women far more realistically than it does in Living Single. I mean, you could take it even further and say who was a worse friend, Joan or Tony. Their lifelong, you think about it, they had a lifelong friendship, and all the struggles, all the boundaries, all the growing pains that they experienced, only to choose to, you know, end a friendship of like over 20 years.
Which was realistic. Which was realistic.
You have, you know, you have Maya in there, who was the teenage mother. She ended up marrying, you know, like her husband, and you saw the ups and downs in their marriages, you know, based off of her, you know, stepping outside of her marriage. You saw, you know, the dynamic of her friends trying to help her navigate that. Tony being, you know, she was with Tony, like you knew who you were getting, but also on the other side, it was like you never, like she didn't get it sometimes, just like why she couldn't, you know, just develop and just be a better friend to me. Like she could have been a better friend to everybody. And then you have Lynn, who, you know, I think a lot of us can relate to, all way far over educated. You know, we all know somebody who's just as smart and has all of like all kinds of degrees and everything, but won't settle down, won't apply themselves, with just chooses just to be one of the earth, you know. And then, you know, you have William there, and then you get to see his ups and downs of relationships, the different men that they all dealt with. For me, it's girlfriends.
And I like that last part when you talk about William. I've always lived that situation where I've always had female friends. So I was the guy connecting them in different ways. And we used the word earlier about a gatekeeper. Jenny from the block, who was on the beginning of this show, Sharissa, Tasha, and I could name my sister. It's a very delicate thing to be a male. I see you shaking your head, Bert. It's a delicate balance to have a bunch of female friends and to know things about each of them that you have to keep and you can't share, and to be friends with all of them. It's a very interesting dynamic to be the guy in that situation. And so that's why for me it's that. Let me read a couple of comments. The question that Brenton wanted to entertain was, should Valentine's Day be equal for men and women? Carol says, and Brenton, yes, it should. Craig says, one thing I will say about living single is that they got into more current social topics than girlfriends. Craig, and that's what I loved about it. That's what it was before its time, if you ask me.
It was.
Craig says, men have sweetest day at Brenton. Oh, wait, the women took that too.
Craig, you about to be blocked too, okay?
Tori,
and we're gonna add you to the list of the Virgo of the zodiac signs too. Okay.
Tori says, I would rather be friends with living single girls than any of those women on Girlfriends. They were backstabbing hoes. Damn, Tori.
Not hoes.
Damn, Tori.
Which is why I think it portrayed the friendships of women a lot better than living single.
Damn, Miss Toria. Oh my God. That's interesting. Oh my God, that's very interesting. Okay, we got time for one more. So Tasha, make it a good one.
Make it a good one.
Then everybody can, if you're watching this NBA All-Star stuff, or just go back to your Saturday. And I see you shaking your head, Bert. Me and Tasha talked about that earlier. Is that I just can't fit. I can't connect to the NBA, and I think they screwed up by having it 1 week after the Super Bowl, and you haven't built up enough interest in it yet. And the NBA, I don't recognize this NBA from what I like. No defense. So again, I don't want to keep anybody from it, and that's why I decided to do a show tonight, even though it's the NBA thing, because I just don't give a shit about that. So
I heard we was doing 2 more.
Okay. All right. Yes, ma'am.
We going a few more, okay?
Yes, ma'am. I digress.
It ain't the same. They integrating. Sorry, I'm supposed to be. I'm a woman, right? But still, why is Jennifer Hudson playing on the All-Star team?
Carolyn said the same thing. It's not the same for me. I just don't recognize this NBA, and whatever the highlights is, I could catch on Sports Center.
Remember they used to dunk better. We used to look
everything. This is gimmicky to me, and it's just not my thing. So anyway, hey, if y'all want to keep going, I ain't got shit to do, and I might have to give you some more ice.
We straight down.
Right. Okay, this one is more of like a situation kind of thing. So a guy finds out his best friend is sleeping with his mother. Who should he be more mad at? His mother or his best friend?
Oh, somebody getting their ass whooped.
It ain't gonna be mom.
It ain't gonna be mom, but yo, go ahead, Black. Whoever want to go ahead.
I can't answer. I'm not a son. If it was my mother, though, I would be more mad at my friend, because you choose your friends. So I invited you in my life not to smash my mom.
That's a great question.
It is.
It's a good question.
Woo.
My mom should know better. I'm not talking to her, but I could rumble my friend, and I'm going to rumble you.
So I didn't hear the first part. Who you more mad with?
I'll be more mad at my friend because my mom, even though my mom should know better. Well, I hope no one's sleeping with my dad, but I'll put it past him. But I don't. My dad's a hoe. But he is. My sister
revealing truth.
And my daughter. Yes. So my dad's still in the streets. But if I would be more mad at my friend because we're my friends and me been friends, I told you, over 20 years. And we talk about everything and you smashing my pop. No.
Ooh.
I'm not talking to my dad no more, but I'm pissed at my friend.
Tasha, it's on sight. I'm beating the hell out of you. I'm beating your ass.
Who?
The
friend.
Okay, because I call mom Neil and snitch.
Don't snitch on mom. Look, Tasha, look.
Your mom
we used to have this thing like when we were teenagers. We used to talk about each other's mom, like, oh man,
like, right?
No, because you remember that, Black, like yo,
right?
I'm being your stepdad, man.
Right? Yeah, we joked. Yeah,
you joking, but on some realness.
Wait, they really say that?
Yeah.
That's why Lamar not talking.
Yeah, he probably took.
I thought my son was joking. That's the true thing.
Yeah, we do that, but we just joking around. Man, if you take it too far, you about to get your ass.
Yeah, you joke.
Yeah, we joke, but don't take it too far now, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But your mom do still look good though.
I don't care. Nobody don't listen. Tasha. That's all. I'm just gonna give you a look. I'm gonna give you a look, Tasha.
It's printed on this card. I didn't do that. Look, it's printed on this card. I didn't do that.
Craig says, I would be more mad at my mom because I can't get rid of my mom. Friends come and go, but I agree with Bert. My friend is getting the brakes beat off.
Thank you. Why are you fighting your friend? I'm joking. I whip my friend ass. I whip my friend.
This is a good question.
Because I have a caveat for this too, for those parents out there, but I want to hear everybody's question first.
We're not talking about parents.
No, because I want to pose it to the parents, and I want y'all to put yourselves in that position. Not the age of your kids right now, but think about it like this for parents. If you had kids who had friends that were 18, 19, 20, and you're not married, you're not involved, with each other or anything, but they got, your son has a badass chick, just badass bitch. She just always around, ass just big, just stupid big ass, because we know how much I like it. And then for the, for like the women, just you have like a daughter who just has this friend that's just, my God, just sculpted just by God himself, just hand molded, just fine. And you just got your groove back, you just fresh off divorce, you just gotta, would you still feel the same way if you slept with that person's friend? Would you be like,
just added the element to it for me that makes this difficult.
Change my answer.
Tasha, you just and I thank you for adding that, because I know you was thinking where my brain is going. Britton says, my mama don't sleep with her own husband, so I can't fathom.
No cop out. No cop out. No cop out. No.
Damn. Carol says, I'm not messing around with none of my son's friends.
Okay.
Or my daughters. So Tasha, you brought up an element that makes this not as easy as I would imagine, because you made me personalize it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it as real as can be. Let's do age. I'm gonna bring the age into it. I'm 56 years old.
Mm-hmm.
So imagine having a daughter that's in college.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere from 18 to 24.
24.
And she come home.
What the hell?
And I'm being specific because I want to make sure this is not an R. Kelly moment.
Right.
Oh, no.
That's why I'm doing numbers, because imagine her coming home or whatever and bringing friends. And now I got some 18 to 24-year-olds in my house, to your point, Tasha, with fat pumping asses, big mogumbo titties,
yep,
walking around just as loose as can be, and me being me.
We going for it.
Oh my God.
He going for it.
Go for it.
Go for it.
You going for it.
I would do everything in my power to not.
True. Right.
I would do everything in my power to not, but some of these nasty, no good young bitches is just as aggressive as they can be. And sometimes you just got to fall down and get your dick sucked.
Wait a minute. You got to fall down. You got to fall down.
I'm just now to answer the question. To answer the question, who I would be if it was my own mama?
Yes.
I'm with Brendan. I would be more mad with my friend. You've crossed a line.
Yes.
To see my mother in that light. Thank God Eloise Young is 88 years old. And if you're looking at my mom sexually, I'm killing your fucking ass. But thank God, hopefully nobody will be looking that way. But as a friend, you would have crossed a line as my friend to even entertain that. And I'm with you, Bert. No words. No words. You're getting fucked all the way up.
There we go.
Because to Bert's point, growing up the way we grew up, your mama is off limit. You could joke up until a line. We told mama jokes.
Yeah.
But there was a moment if you crossed the line where, oh, wait a minute now. And it was fighting words. So the idea that you were sleeping with my mother, I'm fucking you up. Tasha, for you, which one is it?
For me,
who would you be more mad with?
I'm mad. I'm sorry. I'm mad at my mother. I'm mad at my mother. I'm not, because you had a chance to shut it down and you didn't. You had to, if it's like the same scenario that you just put out,
right.
It's, you know, like a person, you know, as we know, like men, you know, they're going to be physically attracted. Fine. But if you, my friend, you felt that you had a shot good enough to approach my mother and she fell for it, bitch, number one, you should be sleeping with somebody your own age. Number one, okay? Stay out of this age group, okay? Stay out of my age group.
I got a question.
Somebody your own age. That's be my first thing. But then also, you fucked him, and you know how I feel about him. You fucked him. I would be mad at my mother.
But what if you didn't have any feelings towards him?
Doesn't matter. You fucked him. You can't do that.
And the age group, because you have a young mother. So
yeah, you and my mom are the same. I think you and my mom are the same age. Yeah.
So would you sleep with a man 55, 56?
Not 55 and 56. The oldest I would go with my age right now. The oldest would probably be like 45. That'd be like the oldest.
I'll be damned. That means I'm never gonna get that pussy, y'all.
No, Black, you're never gonna. I don't know. Wait, I gotta tell you. No. I'm your friend for life, but I'm never giving you any of my pussy.
Before the show, me and her, we already planned a vacation together. So even if I get a drunk, y'all, I can't get that pussy.
He's never getting the pussy. Never. Friends forever. Love you to death, but no.
Okay. Let me read a couple of comments. Brent said Tasha sounds like she been reading a raunchy book. Shout out to Tasha calling her mama a bitch.
I'm just saying, she would call me one too. So.
And the real estate insider says, I'm only 40.
You know what?
Real estate insider, you still in the pocket. I'm too old to get that pussy, I guess.
Tasha, to answer your last question,
yes.
Two things. One, I wouldn't first on my son. I don't even think I can meet my son friends because he monitor my outfits like I'm not his mother. It's annoying. And he'll be in college next year. Two, I don't like younger men. I don't even want you one age younger than me. Like that's always been my thing. I always like men older. I've never. Now Bert is the oldest.
Yo, chill out with that bullshit.
Well,
that bullshit. Put my shit on.
You have to put him out there like that.
It seems like I'm like Methuselah and shit.
I thought you were younger.
Damn, she got me up there with fucking Moses.
I know, right? I know, right?
Wait a minute, yo, I gotta get my ass on up.
The way you maintained your body and how I saw your stuff, I thought you were younger.
Oh my God.
But I don't like, I always been like, I don't like you a year younger than me. You have to be older than me.
What if it was Bert, like in his, and when I say this, I'm not trying to be, trying to be mean. I'm saying, what if you took Bert in his prime, like when he was Adonis himself, and that was a friend of your son's? That's what I'm saying, like.
Wow. Call me Jada Pickett.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Drop the mic. Drop the mic.
So crazy.
Have you saw yourself with your shirt on?
Drop the mic. I love it. I love it. Carol should get another one from Carol. Says my children's friends were like my own children, so that's a no for me. I get it. Oh, what else you got for us, Tasha?
Y'all are so crazy. Y'all are so funny. So let's see here. On another one, let's see. There's so many of these.
In case you guys don't know, this game is called Let's Argue. You can literally buy this game.
Oh, really? Oh, I like this.
Yeah, it's on Amazon. Okay, here's one. I thought this one was pretty interesting. Would you rather live without music or live without TV?
Oh,
that's a good question.
That is a good question. Let me think about that. Let me think.
Yeah, it's not easy immediately. It's not easy.
Oh, would I rather live without music? Oh man.
A TV in the house.
Oh man.
TV in general, like you could never watch TV again, or you could never listen to music again.
Oh man.
Tasha, I'm going to be the first on this one. For me, it would have to. I would have to let the TV go. I do love music, and but like we were talking about before, whether it's cleaning or if I'm in a mood or something like that, sometimes the TV just don't do it for me, and I need to listen to something. So I'm gonna have to let the TV go and keep my music.
Wow. I think many are in agreement. Real Estate Insider says I can watch music videos. So you're kind of tricking it a little bit. Okay. Brent says I can do without TV because the shows suck. Tori says we can listen to music on TV now.
Yeah, but
Craig says I can live without TV only because I don't watch much TV now.
Right.
And Karen says I can let TV go. What do you say, Hannah?
Mm-hmm. I'm with an agreement. I'm trying to imagine a car ride with no music. Like,
okay.
You went to clap cheeks for the first time and you got a one. Like, nobody want that. So it has to be music. Just imagine a family cookout, family reunion, no music. Y'all listen to TV.
Good point.
Y'all watching.
Good point.
Or a block party.
Block party with no music?
Good point. Very good point. Real Estate and Stuff says I gotta have TV
over music.
And Carol says music holds many memories, TV not so much. Miss Carolyn, TV has a lot of good memories for me, though. This is why it's not easy for me because, the irony is, I think back to when I was an odd kid growing up. I was that kid that sat up in the middle of the night watching Johnny Carson when I wasn't supposed to.
Right. Or Benny Hill. Remember Benny Hill?
Benny Hill, yeah, So I do have a real strong connection to TV. What it's become is something different. But when I think about roots and watching the first space launch, and TV is, and again, even now, to you, Craig, I love TV. I'm one of those people. I ain't gonna lie. Now I have my picks of certain shows I watch, but I genuinely love TV. I Tasha knows I plan my evening around after 10 o'clock, and this motherfucker above me stops walking around, having my food and watching TV. Oh my God. But music?
Tasha.
I don't know if I can answer that, Tasha. I don't know if I can answer that.
You have to. What's up, Bert?
Is that to the phone as well?
Yeah, it counts the phone. So you can either have the TV and be able to watch it in whichever form you want, whether it's on the phone and everything, or would you rather not be able to ever listen to music again?
Okay.
If you're forcing me, I would have to choose music. My TV's on right now. And my TV's on every day when I work, and I look up and I catch bits and pieces because it's on, but it's not. But do you know the moment my day ends, I play music?
Yeah.
When I'm cooking, I play music. When I'm cleaning, I play music. Before this show, if I wasn't talking to Tasha, I get in the mood with me. Literally before I come online, I've always had my music. That's why sometimes I come on real high energy because I might have just been listening to some. It don't have to be music because the point y'all making, you're making me imagine that if I couldn't listen to music, because to Carol's point, my memories are deeper though with music.
Yeah.
When I think about my brothers being alive and growing up in that household, so I guess it would have to be music. Oh man, that wasn't the easy one. Tasha, for you.
I could do without TV. I could do without TV.
I figured that. That. A lot of times I call Tasha and she's laying on the couch and she's on her phone.
Yeah.
You're not a big TV watcher.
No, some things, but I don't forget who said it. I think it was Brent, but like a lot of like the TV now, like the shows, it's just not good TV. It's just not good. It's just not good movies.
And that's the problem. Brent says it's just me, or is it hard to find things?
It's hard.
Me and Tasha talk about that all the time. That's why the service we have, we love it so much because we're able to go back and watch everything that's ever been made on TV. It's on our service, so we always can find. I was just telling her just today, I'm going back. I was watching Reacher this week, and every night I watch Frasier, the TV show. Every night I watch Frasier. It's one of my favorite shows.
I love Frasier. I thought no one else loved it.
That's one of my favorite. Hunter, I live in Buckhead because of Frasier.
Oh, I love Frasier.
I was inspired from Frasier because he lived in Seattle and he looks out over the. I wanted to live in a big building, so I moved to the Bryant, and that was my Frasier moment of living in a building and getting off work and being able to look out. That's how I ended up, and so,
Did you see the new one that came back out?
No, I have not watched the new one.
Yeah, they redid it. And
I know, and I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched the new one yet.
Well, mine's Good Times because I wanted to live in the projects and look.
You did not.
Damn.
It's trolling.
Damn.
It is trolling.
Carol says no. Britain is hard. It is hard to find good shows. Carol says I only watch the news on TV now. Carol, I stopped watching the news over a year ago. It's too depressing. It makes me angry. I don't even watch the morning shows like Today and Good Morning America because it starts my day. I'm very angry. I don't watch the news at all. I'll get all my news off my phone. Brent says I can't think of one show I can watch as many times as I listen to one song. I have a few picks, Brandon. I love the Chicago. I like Chicago PD, Chicago, ER, and Chicago Fire. I watch all of those on Thursdays. Those are my Wednesdays. Rather, those are my favorite shows. Craig says there are days when I don't turn on my TV, and when it's on, most times it's either background noise or music. I get it. Now that's what I can live without TV. Real Estate Insider says Lee, watch House of Cards. Guess what? Real Estate Insider, that's in my bucket to watch. I've never watched that show.
That was a good show.
But I've never watched it. I never watched it. He also says I watch All in the Family. I call myself the Black Archie Bunker because that is a hilarious show. So absolutely. So yeah, good. Another good.
Y'all gotta watch
These questions are phenomenal on this
Yes.
on this game. It's, yeah.
The channel y'all need to be watching.
Murder.
You watch it with me.
What's that?
Murder.
ID channel.
Oh, the ID.
You know what? I never go there, Hannah.
My stepmom loves. That's like all they watch is the ID channel.
I never go there. I see it all the time, and I never go there.
It's amazing.
I'm scared of women.
Why?
Cause y'all watching all these murder shows, like y'all be on this shit.
We would never be.
But it's so good. One of my favorite podcasts is Southern Girl Crime Stories, and she goes over like old cases and everything, like of disappearing, whether they've been solved, and she gives updated. Like they've been solving a lot of old murders and different things from like the 70s and 80s. Like a lot of stuff has been able to be solved recently with like DNA and everything. It's really good.
To your point, Bert, this is why men, we need to understand they're smarter than us.
Yeah.
And you can't get away with shit.
Nothing.
And I've always said, to keep up with women, I've always said you got to be 3 steps ahead. And which is why, Tasha, as a Capricorn, I just tell them the truth.
And this leads to our next question, which is, along the same lines. Okay, now we're gonna be honest with this. Okay, did OJ do it?
Wow,
that's easy for me. That one's easy for me.
I got my answer already.
I have my answer already too.
Answer.
That one's easy. I'll even go first. Yeah, he did it.
Okay, you can go.
Yeah, he did it. Here's the fucked up part about that. To me, that's not part of it. I ain't mad at him.
Oh, well,
that for me, that's the thing.
Edit the last part.
Huh?
Let's not say the last part.
I believe I believe wholeheartedly he did it, and ultimately that they fucked up in trial and he got away with it. But with all the facts that came out, I think it was comedian Chris Rock said it best. I'm not advocating killing a woman,
but I'll shake her.
He said, but I'll shake a bitch to death. And imagine looking in her window, seeing this bitch with some dude. It's not okay.
Why did you let her go first?
Not okay. But I definitely think he did it. I definitely think he did. For me, that's an easy one. Real Estate Inside says yes. Brendan said, of course he did. Who? My question is, who think he didn't do it?
He didn't do it.
Can I say my?
Oh, I gotta hear this. Please, I gotta hear this. Okay. Go ahead, Hannah.
So to me, his son did it, and I'm going to tell you why. If you follow the case, his son made distinctive journals of how he was going to kill her with a knife because he hated her since he left. OJ, when he arrived, you cannot, to this day, you cannot get across LA traffic from the airport, kill somebody, and get to your home by the time the cops get there. You got to follow the case. His son had a distinct hatred for this woman. And when they reached later on, they found a safety deposit box. The only thing in there was a knife that was carved the way those people were, the way Ron and Nicole was killed. However, it was so old, they didn't have enough DNA to test it. His son hated that woman with pure hatred. And he was big as OJ at the time, forehead and all. He literally did this, and he had the means to do it because at that time, remember, OJ was just coming to town. Ain't no way he killed 2 people and got to his house by the time the cops got there. In LA traffic, he would have to have a helicopter or be Batman.
With them badass knees.
Killed her, and no one's going, as a parent myself, as a son, as a parent, I would not want my son to go to jail, especially if I know that y'all trying to railroad me and I'm going to this case. And I know I'm not going to go to jail because y'all playing evidence because y'all want a black man to suffer so bad. Then no, if I know I'm going to win it, then I would take it for my son if I'm not going to win it.
He didn't know he was going to win it, though.
But I think he did. But you know why? Because they planted so much evidence.
Too much.
They planted too much. If they would have let it, you know why they planned it so much? Because they knew the evidence wasn't leading to him, and they couldn't find a suspect.
Yeah, it was an orgy of evidence. It was too much.
Interesting.
His son killed her.
So Bert, you agree he didn't do it.
Let me tell
His
you.
son killed her.
At first, I did, but then when I start really following the case, and I'm gonna tell you another thing. When Rosie Greer went to go visit him, and then Rosie Greer didn't say anything, and then he went away. Normally, that's your homie. You played with him the whole nine. You're gonna try to, because Rosie Greer he's a pastor, right?
Okay.
He's a pastor, and you would just try to counsel him, like try to get him through this. Even though when he walked away from him, I was like, something's not right here.
Okay.
Something's not right. So I do believe that it wasn't him. I do think it was the son.
Wow. Tasha, you are in agreement. He didn't do it.
Yes, and this is why you guys have to check out like the ID channel and like these groups. His oldest son at the time, I want to say he was in his 20s.
Yeah,
he was on probation for attacking someone with a knife at the time of the crimes. Also, there are pictures of the son with the knife. There's pictures of the son in those clothing that was found. Also, the dog hairs that were found at the scene as well were from his son's dog.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy.
I didn't know. Y'all are honestly shedding light on things I never knew. Look, for the record, I've been not followed it, and again, I've never watched the ID channel. You're now shedding light. I know that's all new information to me. I never heard this.
Yeah.
Tasha,
to me,
the probation part that was on the segment.
Hey, Black, I was like you. I thought the same thing when she started breaking it down, and then I started looking at certain. I was like, wow, he didn't do it. He's
to the real estate insider. I knew he had a. I didn't know he had a. I don't remember that he had a grown son. I thought he had like a little son.
No,
he does.
From his first wife, he had 2 grown kids.
I did not know
he.
So y'all are adding elements of facts I never
and he
knew.
He was just as big as OJ. If the glove 100% would fit on his son's hand, 100%.
I never knew any of this. I never knew.
Tasha, did you see the one with the journal where he wrote a journal how he wanted to stab her?
Yes, he hated
this woman.
Nicole with a passion. He hated her.
Wow.
And I think that's why I think the reason too why OJ wrote that book when he got out was because I do believe that he had a candid conversation with his son, like after like enough time had passed and he got like the full story and he presented it. And number one, he capitalized on being able to be out, but then also what can we do to generate, like some money as well? Right. And he wrote that like, here's what I would have done. And it really was like, okay, well, shit.
Yeah.
So,
wow. Y'all have really opened me up to.
Do you watch
Because again, I didn't know any of these facts.
What'd you say, Hannah? Huh?
Do y'all watch It Is What It Is? Well,
Sometimes.
Now, what is that?
It's a sports show with Cam and Mace. OJ be on there doing commentary.
No, I've never even heard of it.
It's hilarious. It's Cam and Mace sports show.
And Brenton, this is not gossip. This is you go look this shit up yourself, okay?
Well, Brenton, you answered, so you in the gossip because you answered and said yes, so you in the gossip. Because Brenton jumped on us.
Craig is with me. This is the first time hearing about the son being suspected. Craig, I'm with you. I never heard this. I've never seen a channel. This is y'all are breaking news to me to make me really look at it a whole different way. Carol says a lot was held about the findings. I think Johnny Cochran took the case to protect his son.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's why too. He probably thought never in a million years would they actually convict it.
Wow.
See that? Women are the smart ones. See?
I believe that. And I'm gonna tell you, that's why I'm gonna tell you something. I can call Tasha and need to know something about somebody. We have been on the phone, and within 30 minutes,
we gonna know.
The way
her mind works.
She'll run it down, don't know the whole story. I'll come back like, yeah, you were right.
The way women's minds work, we established this earlier. We're impatient.
Yes.
We want to just get to it, but the way A woman's mind work is give me the gist and give me a name and where does she live and where does he live?
Name and state.
And do you know if they on this, that? And within 30 minutes, Tasha has tracked down and me and her sat together and like, well, I'll be damned. And we know people right now who are married and we know who's sleeping with who.
Black. She did. What was that thing where?
It don't matter. I'm talking about business.
Don't be telling the secret.
Guy.
I found somebody's information that somebody was missing. Okay, that's all we saying.
No, I'm not talking about.
I know who you talking about. That's all we saying. That's all.
Oh shit!
Don't put me out there. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
You're a woman. You always know something.
This is my thing too. I honestly believe this as well. If we're being perfectly honest, the child support court, like if you having a hard time like finding like your baby daddy and stuff. If it was truly like ran by women, he ain't missing. We know where his ass is at.
I agree.
We know where his ass is at.
I agree.
I have a friend of mine that's getting a divorce. I found her husband's P.O. box for her. She didn't know he had one. He had it for 6 years.
I've seen, sweetheart, I've seen it.
He had a P.O. box. This is the P.O. box. This is the address he had in 2 states.
That's some bullshit.
I've seen women, the way their mind works. Number one, y'all don't forget shit. You store shit, and I don't. It's sitting there in that mental Rolodex. And something happened, and y'all are able to connect the dots in a way that men we don't care enough, and we don't thinking about it enough. But Carol says you better believe it.
Y'all play your hand too fast.
Again, that's why they call women the better half of a man. Any true leader that's been out there, Obama might have been the president. Michelle Obama is smarter than him.
Oh yeah, he said it.
Bill Clinton was the president. Hillary Clinton is smarter than him.
Yeah. That's right, because he would have told him not to get his dick sucked in that thing. She would have told him somewhere.
You feel me?
Right? Because he's stupid. He should have took that to the grave.
They're just. I've always believed that for real. I've always. Adam dumbass when Eve was smarter than him, and he looked at that bush and looked at them titties and said, "I guess I'll take a bite."
So, right? She finessed them real quick.
I would like to go back to be a fly on the wall to see if that's, the lingo that we use. I want to hear exactly how he said it to God, You know what she said? You know what she said? Thou art eat the apple if you want thee, if you want this. And he said, well, God, I'll see you later. Shit. Carol said, I got a mini computer in my head with over 2 terabytes of storage. I believe it. I believe it. I truly believe it. You know what? This is our last question because we're getting close to 10 o'clock. But I think it's time for me to do another biblical story told in Lee Fashion's way.
Oh my God.
Tasha, so I want you guys to tell me, would y'all like to hear the retelling of Sodom and Gomorrah?
No.
Or what's that?
What's the other option?
Yeah.
I could do Sodom and Gomorrah because I did Adam and Eve, what happened in the Garden of Eden.
Right.
So I could do Sodom and Gomorrah.
Okay.
When this the situation of Moses.
I'd rather do Sodom.
Wait a minute. I want to do the one with Moses.
Which one with Moses?
The whole episode of how the Israelites were freed from Egypt. I could do my Lee Black's version of.
We can do Moses.
I think that one would be the good one to do. I like that.
Yeah, because I don't know where you're going with Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's gonna go left.
That's gonna go down the hole.
Because it's already pure sin.
All I can tell you about Sodom and Gomorrah. We get the word sodomite because that's where ass fucking comes from.
Yeah. And they want to do that with some angels. Go ahead.
So if you want to hear the history of how ass fucking came into be, I'm gonna put a poll out there. Y'all want to hear my retelling of Sodom and Gomorrah or Moses freeing the slaves?
I'll do Moses.
Let's do Moses.
I don't want
Okay,
is none an option?
See.
Okay. Tasha, give us one more take. One more
Well,
good question.
I think this one would be really easy and really, so then we come to the end of the show. In this question that I'm going to ask, we wouldn't be a real talk without asking like a sexual question. And the question I'm going to ask, it does not matter what your relationship status is when you answer this. It is irrelevant to answering this question, okay?
Okay.
The question is, which position is better, missionary or doggy style?
Doggy style. Who the hell doing missionary?
Ooh.
Wait, which type of missionary? Like flat or like legs up, balls deep?
However you want to define missionary.
Oh, wait, then I gotta redo. Balls deep or bent over clapping?
Doggy style.
Use a person.
Well, I figured for the men, like I have an idea of what it's gonna be.
Can you get out
Can
of Can you act right? Jesus, can't take you nowhere.
Well, he ain't lied, and I want to hear the man that says something different. Because for me, it is no question doggy style. Craig said doggy.
Yes, sir.
I'll do. Oh, if it's typical missionary, then I have to go doggy style.
So explain what is typical missionary.
Like
you're facing each other.
So what's not typical missionary?
Because
the real estate inside says missionary, and I think he said this before. I think real estate inside said he liked to look into the person's eyes.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's an intimacy.
So I don't care about the intimacy. I'm thinking about the legs is spread, your butt is like halfway up a little, and then you like balls deep and like enter into the soul.
Okay.
That's a little different than
okay.
Doggy style is if you just wake up, we ain't brush our teeth, and you can go ahead and do your thing.
Okay. See, once again, you're thinking about it from the practical standpoint.
Yeah.
I get it.
But for me,
it.
I prefer. Well, I'm saying in general, I do think doggy style would be better.
Stop the bullshit.
Mind your business.
No. Well, I did. So what up?
Don't put my business out here on First
What up,
Street.
dog? Here we go.
Let's go First Street.
Whatever.
Now, what is it? Doggy style? She ain't got no cheeks. Is that still the same?
It's still the same. It's just whatever caveats, whatever. It's
men.
Is
got no cheeks, like flat cheeks. It's like this, like the Taylor Swift. Is it still doggy style?
I get.
It's gonna be so.
Don't get me to tell some stories. Real estate inside says pillow under the ass. Brendan says now with those filthy nasty no goods, you have to watch out for that funky back shot.
You gotta chill. Brent, you
might have to go with a scuba suit.
Brendan, I got news for you. The whip for that mustard snatch is actually worth it. They're laying on their back. To be honest with you.
Really?
See.
What is it about doggy style?
Oh my God.
Jesus. Okay, I was asking Lee Purse.
Tori said Kendrick just went live for a minute. I told him we're still over here. He out watching the All-Star at like he told me he was out and about. Okay. So we got 2 for doggy style. Tasha, what is it? What for you as a woman?
Hands down, missionary. Hands down.
How did I know you was gonna say that?
Hands down. That one right there. I am trying to. I'm gonna take your soul. I'm telling you, I'm gonna take your soul. I'm gonna have you calling me years later. I'm telling you. So it's gonna be missionary. It's gonna be missionary.
Oh wow. Okay.
For me, I get nothing. I don't get anything out of doggy style. I'll do it. I just get nothing out of it.
Okay.
Well,
because for me, it's not. To me, it's just not a position for women. It's just not.
What?
I actually agree with you.
Most of the time, you're not really you're not able to really see anything yourself unless you have mirrors set up. There's only so much looking back I'm gonna be doing. So
I'll say one thing. if you're in the doggy style and you throwing it back more than you think that he not aware that you could throw it back, then you can take it because he's not aware of how far you gonna throw it back on him.
It still does.
Here's what I love about what you said, Hannah.
For me.
Here's what I love about what you said, Hannah, is women end up taking that position that I do think is for men and taking some power with it, that they're throwing it back and not just innocently, arched in that position. So I do like that. But to your point, Tasha, I get it. I think it's a man position. Carol says, yes, Tasha, that's the one. Brenton says, well, Tasha, I won't believe you unless Lee can tell us.
I can tell you right now. Let me just say, I can tell you someone right now who before he would have swore up and down that his favorite position was doggy, and right he will tell you, and like who I'm talking about. Right. He will tell you right now his favorite position is missionary. I'm telling you, it just
you're a bad woman. Craig says, question for the women. I've heard from women that the doggy position actually hurts. Is that true?
No. It's. I mean, you're honestly, your dick goes in like you just hit different spots that you just normally don't hit, but it doesn't. To me, it doesn't hurt, but it also just doesn't excite me.
Craig, I understand the question because that's when I've experienced most of them trying to run. And being, you have to be skilled at when you're administering that type of pain. Yeah. Because if you got somebody that's just doggy style and their back is all high, they're not really letting you get into the inner sanctum of that pussy. So they have to have a nice little dip in their back.
Yeah.
And where you part,
can you chill?
Where you part the cheeks a little bit, and for me, of course, I like that position because
that shit hurts.
Don't ever spread my cheeks.
So that's where I understand Craig's question.
Pulling
that's why I understand. I'm not talking about ripping her shit apart. Yeah. But this is where I was going with it. I'm only talking about the reason why I love it is because that's for me when I get to admire my work. That's for when number one, Hannah asked the question early. If the woman ain't got no ass, then ain't no sense doing that position. And I've had women that because now you just fucking a bone. Now you just trying to strike a bone. Yeah. So ain't no sense doing doggy style if she ain't got no ass. And the thing about doggy style, I've had women that had mad ass and can't take no dick. And then again they keep humping their back up. So you gotta mush that bitch's back down. But when you got a woman that's into it, that has the right arc, and you can put a belt around her neck, and you kind of, doing the whole, and you in that pussy, and you in the inner sanctum, and then you could part that ass just a little bit where you and to Brenton's point.
Why we put belts?
You get a little must coming out that pussy, a little bit of must is rushed past your nose. But the beauty of doggy style position, and if you're in your own abode, is if they're in the living room right now, that is perfectly. They're on their knees. They got a cover. The ceiling fan is blowing that funk away from me. If I'm in my bedroom, the ceiling fan is blowing that funk away from me. But if they're laying on their back, 15, 20 minutes in that pussy, here comes an unusual odor, that's coming out that pussy. It's a whole different way. So I prefer DJ says, what Tasha, did I walk into?
Tasha, I'm on your side now. It's missionary.
DJ, you already know.
I'm on Tasha with missionary.
And Carol says, what the hell with the belt? Well, you put a towel around their neck and you put the belt in a hoop so you don't leave no marks, but it's a little bit of sadomasochism where you pull it.
Dominatrix?
Oh my God, yeah.
Well, some men, their arms aren't long enough to like reach around and like grab you by your throat. So that's why they have to use the belt.
But
oh my God.
Your arm should always be able to grab. Now I can see the choking.
No.
The belt.
The choking is in the missionary position.
No, you can choke from the back. You can choke from the back.
No. I need all the leverage where where the belt. That's where the belt technique comes in. Because if she's arching that back and that pussy is sufficiently wet now, and you in it, and you got the towel around her neck, and you pulling that belt, because now her head is pulled back. Her back is arched, and you is in that pussy, and that's when you.
Why are you sitting up?
She's trying to run, but she can't go nowhere.
Can't go
That's
nowhere.
when you screaming, "I'm God in this motherfucker!
That's
Don't you
right.
call Jesus no more!" God damn it!
That's right. I'm your Lord. I'm Scorpion. Get your ass. Get over here.
That's.
You acting up.
I'm just saying, all the shit you've been talking all day, all week, you got him in that vulnerable position at that point. Don't you call Jesus in here no more, God damn it.
She on top. She on top and you
He
can't
says,
talk.
why does this feel like a crime?
Because it is. A belt is too much.
DJ, you're a damn fool.
Yeah,
DJ,
we had to end on that.
Prince said DJ Sex has come up on every topic, including the Look, we are ending this show. DJ, you came in late, but Brittany lied on Real Talk. And see, we go down that hole. So
yes, we do.
Nobody do sex talk like Real Talk.
I'm telling you.
Oh my God! So
I'm pure.
Everybody, go buy the game. It's so much fun. It's so much fun.
That.
And there's still tons of questions that we didn't even get to. A bunch.
Tasha and I knew we weren't gonna get to a lot. The name of the game, and I hope you do go buy it because it is a super fun game that you can play with people you love. It's called Let's Argue. And it literally posts these questions. There are no right or wrong answers. It's your opinion, but every question we asked, it led to, as Brenton said, we went down that rabbit hole, and of course, it was sex is at the end of it. Because you know what we learned from shows like this as our end? No, not just everything leads to sex, but you truly, the inception of my show has always been that men are from Mars and women are from Venus. And how do we get together to where we can all coexist on Earth? So everything about Real Talk is about connecting because women and men are so different. And I love that we think different. We come to different conclusions. And the beauty of it is that we're just trying to find our way to coexist together. So that we have a married couple willing to come on a regular basis. That's why I love you guys. Y'all are my favorite couple. Tasha and I are single. And we are best friends, but we are completely different people when it comes to certain topics. But that's what makes the friendship special. The best friendships are born out of being different and having your own opinion and standing on that, you know, to being able to stand in your own truth and deal with it. So that's what I love about doing this. I do this from the bottom of my heart. This is why on a Saturday, I enjoy spending this time with you guys. Toria says, back in the day, when we was really active, my favorite places were on the airplane and on top of the washing machine while I was on spin cycle. Yes, ma'am. DJ says, I got you, Brendan. I'm in Cuba. I saw that, DJ, that you was headed to Cuba. That's what's up, my brother. Be safe, enjoy, and thank you for even in that you're Cuban. You still popped in and check us out, DJ. Love you, man. Thank you so much. And I got a shout out before I close, a special supporter of mine, Tamar Jackson. Tamar Jackson, I'm developing some brand new followers on TikTok as I'm posting videos, and it is phenomenal. Huh?
I love your TikTok lately. I really love it.
Thank you, thank you. I'm broadening my influence and my footprint on TikTok. So, but anyway, I love you guys. Just so you know, this has been phenomenally fun because don't nobody give a shit about what's going on at the All-Star game. I've enjoyed spending the time with you. I even would keep doing it if I could, but you know, I want to give you guys back some time. Tasha always talk about how the weekends are so short and they just go by so quick. Craig says, I've learned that I got to get a bread box because OJ's son did it while listening to music to a doggy style. That is the summation of tonight's episode beautifully. Beautifully. Thank you, Craig. Thank you, Craig. I appreciate you, my brother, for showing up. Thank you. I love you for supporting. Same thing with Toria, Carol, Jenny from the block, Real Estate Insider, Brenton, Charles. I truly appreciate you guys. And I wanted to echo the sentiment here. Have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe. I love you. And I truly appreciate you guys. As always, keep tuning in. Don't forget to share. Don't forget to like. Hit the notification button so when I do go live with my TikToks, you hear all of the bullshit that goes through my head that keeps me sane. And as always, be good to each other and be safe and keep it real. Peace out.